Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Wednesday. That means it's time for Dynamite. That's Dalitha. I am Travis. And it's Blood and Guts time. If you're into guts and blood. Two rings.
Christian Cage is live tonight, but we don't know what he's live with. Orange Cassidy
Life,
versus
maybe?
Ethan Page. That's up next. That's starting out the show, everybody.
Oh, good.
Orange Cassidy.
Orange.
It's happening. It's happening now. It's happening right now. It's happening. It's happening right now.
Cat is a crackhead. So, there is two rings set up.
Cracky, dacky, backy head.
Somebody is super excited to be here.
He's having fun in a happy birthday bag. That's tie-dye, not what I had on.
I know what tie-dye is. Are you serious? There's all sorts of tie-dye. That's not the only tie-dye they make.
No, that's it. It's just that ugly crap. Hey, everybody in the chat. How you doing? Looks like we got a few people in there.
I don't like my tie-dye with pink in it.
Because you're against pink?
A little bit. Anti-pink movement that I'm on. I like pink. It's my favorite color. But not on my clothes.
You don't like it on your clothes? Interesting. Anyways, we got Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter. Film is out there also. Hey, Film. Bryce is with us. Hey, Bryce. How you guys doing? Guys ready for Blood and Guts?
Guts and blood.
Blood and Guts. Who's going to get bloody? Whose guts are going to come out?
Lambert.
The sheepish lion.
Lambert.
The sheepish lion.
Lambert.
The sheepish
Just
lion.
keep going.
Why does he have juice? So weird. All right, Walter's in the chat saying, hey, Travis and Daphne. Who's Daphne? I'm going to delete that. Film's like, I may or may not be here too, so stay tuned. And Walter says on AEW commentary, Jim Ross, Caliber, Tony Schiavone. And Bryce says, AEW, I'm excited, let's go. Walter wants Orange Cassidy to win this one. Walter says they got two rings like old WCW. Film also says, here we go. Hey, Miss Deanne, Travis, happy Wednesday. Hello. Piccolo is now in the chat. Hey, Piccolo. He's like, tie-dye life and a new theme. Well, alrighty then. Who's got a new theme? Are you talking about Orange Cassidy having a new theme?
Freshly squeezed. I wasn't paying attention.
Film's like, I am here. And Luke is in the chat. Hey, Luke. Says, hi, all. And no, I'm not ready. And Pickle's like, how's it going, Gabby Gabbers? Top Gun Hollywood's back in the chat. Hello, I'm Top Gun Hollywood. What's up?
What up? It's Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.
No remix.
They're making fun of Orange Cassidy's size, so he'll probably win.
He gave too much excitement with his thumbs up. What's his face?
Orange?
Ethan Page.
Oh, Ethan.
Yeah, he's like all like this. He like gave the thumbs up and it was like this and he's like... and it's like, dude, that's not what he do. Like, you're giving way too much energy to that thumbs up. Way too much.
Ethan Page like went and got a suntan.
He's like, I decided to be in Miami. I forgot leg day though. I have sticks for legs. I have sticks for legs. La la la, sticks for legs. Da,
I thought he was a lot
sticks
buffer than this. I wonder if he like took some time off from the gym, started eating some cookies.
He's like, cookies.
He's like, I love carbohydrates.
I like carbs.
Oh, he just walked right over
Look
the
at
top
the
of it.
pasta on my belly. Sorry. He was like, look, are you ready? Pico's like, Ethan Page, best tits in the game. Does he have tits? I guess he kind of has tatas. Tatas. Looks like stop with all caps, please. And LOL, and looks like no. Ayla taps like, look, please. And Ayla's like, me either. Those like, hey, Top Gun Hollywood, bro, it's wonderful to see you, man. How's it going? Well, it's like, my Wednesday was good. Relaxing. Did you win all your bingo, Walter? Did you win some stuff? Orange Cassidy's going to throw himself out. Ethan Page kind of caught him, but got thrown into the barricade and then thrown into the ring. And they're staying in the first ring. Oh, Orange threw himself at the guy, and then he's trying to pin him. Yeah, because... Oh, that's what... I know what Lambert had in his hand now. Orange juice.
Yeah, he's freshly squeezed.
I was like, what? I was totally confused.
I'm just wondering if they're going to stay in the same ring the whole match.
I don't know, but they have so far, and they went out and came back in, but came back into the same one. Top Gun's like, hi, film fan. How is it going? How are you doing today? Walter says, hey, Ayla. Hey, Luke. Piccolo says, can you bring more to the table than hi? I'm an 80s movie. I am Hollywood, like me. Ayla's like, hi, Walter. Top Gun's like, message retracted. Phone's like, I'm doing fantastic, Top Gun. And Ayla says, hi, I'm a 90s show. And I'm super relatable, but also not like the other girls. Hi, I'm just Aletha. I do stuff at Wrestling Gab.
Right.
I watch wrestling shows under gunpoint, but you can't see it. Help me. Blink, blink.
Blink twice. You're in trouble.
Pickle's like, I will walk to the store and enjoy my cherry freeze. Top's like, good. And Walter's like, there will be blood in the main event. And if you don't like blood, don't watch.
Yeah, it's definitely one of their main things. Look at this. Orange Cassidy's got his hands in his pants.
And
while he's
Ethan has him grabbed by his crotch. So it's all good in the neighborhood up in
Ethan Page flexing his guns.
2
tickets to the gun show.
Pickle's like, it does make my brain freeze, but I enjoy pain. So what are you bringing to the table, Picola? What is it he says? What's your prediction for tonight? Pain! Sorry. Pain. Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie, how's it going? Says, well, hello there. Ayla's like, dang, I want a slushie. Fucking go to Sonic. And wait in line for 45 minutes.
Uh-oh, is he going to dump orange juice on him?
Oh, it's sticky icky. Don't do the
gross.
sticky icky. Don't do
look at him. He's kicking him.
He's
Orange
very
Cassidy
strong.
Style. Look, see, just Orange Cassidy style.
Orange Cassidy's shoulder should be completely broken.
Could have shattered it.
See, he gives too much excitement.
He didn't even put it up. He just, like, stuck it sideways. It's like, meh. I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do is just go to a couple of these places. Except for all these places serve carbohydrates and freaking gluten.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right.
So I have to eat a steak everywhere I go, basically. Bring me meat.
You'll have to have seafood. They have stuffed seafood that's not covered in stuff, too.
Chicken wings.
Walter says, come on, you'll have to get the chicken wings without sauce, though.
Well, the buffalo sauce from, what's that called?
Pizza
Frank's. I can eat.
Well, you can eat Frank's, but is it Frank's buffalo sauce? I thought that had something else.
Well, the guy I watched do it with the thing plugged in his arm, and it didn't go up.
The buffalo sauce itself, like the flavor of the buffalo sauce. Huh. Well, maybe there's other things in it you shouldn't have. Pico says he brought OJ without the label because, sponsorships. That's why I was confused. Vindicator's like, hey there, Travis. Hey there, Dalitha. I have a feeling tonight is going to get messy. More so in the chat than the ring, just because Ayla is in here. LOL. Walter says, no bingo until next week. Well, bummer. Ayla's like, I'm on my way, Dalitha. I'll save you. Thanks, Ayla. At least somebody cares. Pickle's like, hi, I'm an angry Asian that spends time on critiquing other people's favorite wrestlers and movie choices.
Sounds fantastic.
I identified as offended when I woke up today. So, there you go. Sophie's in the chat. Hey, Sophie says, how's the show going? It's started.
Good. It just started. We got Ethan Page in there with Orange Cassidy. Ethan Page is kicking Orange Cassidy's butt right now, but I'm sure that'll change by the end.
Hilla's clapping, and Robbie says, nice to meet you, Dalitha. Yeah, totally, Robbie. I hear you're from the UK. Pickle's like, haha, so much pain. Vindicator says, so Travis, is Blood and Guts sponsored to be AEW take on Hell in a Cell? We know they love to spite WWE.
I guess, but it's more of the double ring, you know. What was that called? My brain's not working tonight. But anyways, NXT does it now with the double ring.
Yeah, but don't they have like cages around them too, though?
This will have cages.
Oh, well, they have cages.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
just above the ring.
Oh, the War One or whatever
War
it's called.
Games, that's
War
what
Games.
it's called, yeah.
Pico's like, too soon. Has Sonic trauma. Oh no, Pico has got the trauma. Gosh darn it. It was like, I hate Sonic here. The employees are trash. You know what? I don't care what the employees do. I just want my fucking slushie. And if they make me a good slushie, that's it. But I was like, hey, Ravi and Picola, good to see you guys in the chat. And Top Gun's yelling at us about the sundown, say, hey, Hollywood, and lots of words I don't want to say. Thanks. Illa says, I think you blew my speakers. And Film's like, hey, Vin, good to see a man with popping.
1, 2, and so close.
Popping. Pooping?
Yeah.
Popping? Top Gun's like, message retracted. Walter's like, on Friday, 8 p.m., be here for SmackDown. Still here until 9:35 p.m. my time. That's
Woo.
good, Walter. I'm
Right
glad
up
that
until
you're
the
here.
main event's halfway over. Actually, I don't know how long that main event will be.
Oh, no, he can't get
He
his hands in his
pants.
pockets. Robbie says, film, yo. And Ila says, I want even read all cap hurts my eyes. Pico's like, interesting how two pudgy guys can get a budget and their own TV show.
Why do people care if there's capitals?
I have no idea why all caps bother people.
Is it like offensive?
No, it's not.
Just OCD.
Okay,
thing?
so people think that if you have it all caps, that you're yelling. I have no idea.
So we don't allow
The
people
emphasis-
to yell or something?
Yes.
No yelling.
No
Everybody
yelling.
has to whisper.
You
Everything
guys cannot yell in the
you
chat.
cannot use a capital letter even at the beginning of your sentence.
I am the only one that can yell.
And make
Do
sure
you
at the
understand?
end that you emphasize that you're whispering. Like, who gives a shit?
I think it kind of takes up like a lot of the chat room too. Like when you're on your phone, like in the chat, it takes up like a huge space when it's all in caps because it's a lot longer. Because it's bigger.
Boom,
and it gives you the
drops it
same amount
down.
of characters.
Right.
Who are the two pudgy guys in the TV show? Are you talking about Travis and I? You know, I'm not a dude, right?
I'm pudgy.
I am pudgy. I'm just saying I'm not a guy. So I don't know how.
Did you wake up offended today?
TV. I told you I woke up. I identify as offended. It was like won't, and Pico's like, who's playing bingo? So Walter normally plays bingo on Wednesdays and wins stuff, but he didn't this week. It's not until next week. Robbie says, Ayla, before you start, no more short jokes. I can't take it anymore crying as he's laughing. And Matthew's in the chat. Hey, Matthew.
Hey,
says,
Matthew.
all caps bothers you, champ? Oh. Films like, can't wait to see the lovely Jade Cargill in action. And hey, Matthew, what's up, dude? Good to see you.
Woo! Oh, Orange Cassidy with a stunner.
Don't sit there. Get him. Pico's
He's
like,
hulking up.
Ben. He's
got to
thinking
hulk
about
up
it.
first. See?
Then
He's gonna
it's
pick
like
him up and
war
slam him.
games. Oh,
No, he
Lord, he
can't
couldn't
get him.
get it. Ravi's like, Orange, he really isn't that guy like he should be. Oh, no,
1,
did he get him?
2, and 3.
Oh, Ethan Page got out of it, guys. Orange didn't give enough juice to that one. Oh.
This time he's going to do it.
He's got some pulp going on now, guys.
Dan Lambert's getting up on the ring
Don't be
apron.
sour.
Don't you dare be sour.
What kind of fucking orange is he? Is he from Florida or he from California?
Oh, he's smacking him in the face. That's assault, isn't it? At some level.
Oh, he took his orange juice. Ew, God, no, don't drink it. It's probably warm and rotten. Ew.
Look behind him. Look behind him.
Whee!
Ducks it. That's the other side.
Whack.
There it
He got
is.
him in the
Superman
face
punch.
with Oh, and then
Oh!
Orange just got spit in his eyeballs.
That'll hurt your eyes.
He got acid.
Burn
He
your
got the
retina.
acid.
There's the power slam. He can do it. He can pick him up. It's like Hogan and Andre.
He got the pasta
2
boy.
and 3.
He got the tip boy.
Oh, he tried to kick you out, but it was
Ta-tas.
just too late.
Ethan Page tatas got kicked. got his ass kicked. Good job.
That was actually pretty funny.
All right, Walter. Orange Cassidy won. Good job for him. Good fucking job. Let's see. I missed a chat here. Let me go back and make sure I don't miss anything. Matthew said, hey, Thelman. Ayla's like, Robbie, why? Were you walking down the road, turn a corner, and get slapped in the face by a man's eggplant? Gross. Walter's like, Ayla, change your cam to you, but the character is cool. Pickle's like, sup, film. What flavor slushies you enjoy? And Walter's like, AEW War Games seems like. Ayla's like, when Deletha reads my typos, I sound drunk. Pickle's like, loud noises! Anchor. Loud noises! They're all yelling. Brick's like, loud noises.
I heard their periods attract bears.
Loud noises!
Do you hear that? Now you're putting the whole station in jeopardy.
Robbie says, Ayla, you're always drunk. Vindicator says, I got you, Pickle. Speaking of NXT, Travis, the indestructible Braun Breaker got hurt last night, but it might be a work storyline
It
gimmick.
definitely is a storyline gimmick.
Pickle's like, I strained a blood vessel. When you said loud noises. Well, I was like, no loud noises. Quiet is fine. It was like, it's not about the caps itself. It's the words used. Pickle's like, LOL. Oh, no, it was another new commercial when the show was in picture-in-picture. I didn't even look at the commercials. I was like, LOD, the dude laughing my ass off. And Pickle's like, it's about the expressions and emphasis in your cap size. Matthew's like, LOL, Ayla, did Amflo come and visit? Walter's like, John Moxley and Adam Cole has a concussion. So
I've heard that it's
wrestling.
possible that he could have a concussion. I know Adam Cole has one.
Right. Vindicator says, I often use words that only make impact when they are yelled. And Pickle's like, power of pulp, baby. Robbie's like, that's dirty. It was like, no, Matthew, I'm actually above that. Walter's like, yes, Kassidy won. And Matthew's like, LLTMI. Pickle's like, what is that, foreigner? I have to admit, classic rock is not my bag. And Robbie says, Ayla, no, you're not above that. Walter says, oh, Taz is doing commentary. Oops. It was like Aunt Flo doesn't visit, so yes, I'm above it. Matthew's like, insipid Taz commentary. Looks like I'm going back to bed and away from this crazy, insane asylum of sausage wallets. I hope you're feeling better. What would you do without the commentary and comedic relief that we ensue for you? Robbie's like, Ayla scaring off the child sounds about usual. Ayla's like a mince mizar all over our blowing up. Oh my god. Menstruation. It's happening. Walter's like, Luke, don't go. LOL. Walter's like, save me. Poor Walter. He's like, don't leave me, Luke. I need somebody to save me. Tell everybody in the chat to not act like doo-doo heads.
Eat fresh.
That was a
refresh.
fucking puppet. That is a goddamn puppet. That's a puppet. That's weird. Looks like I'm slowly getting better. The pressure is finally starting to ease up. That's good. That's good. Robbie's like, Ayla, he can blow my mind. Because, like, Luke, you're the captain of the ship. It's terrifying. So terrifying. We're back. What's next on Blood and Guts? There wasn't a lot of blood.
Cody Schiavone.
And there wasn't any guts in that last one.
It's the final. That'll be bloody and gutty. I want to see Eddie Kingston and Cesaro in the same ring on the same team.
Nitpicking
Here comes
each
Christian
other.
Cage.
Well, it looks like if I'm captain, I'm abandoning the ship. And Robbie says, LOL, you sounded very British that day. Just make Robbie sound like that the whole time. Matthew's like, why is it that everything women have to go through starts with men? That's sexist. Because you guys are the pain in our ass, as always. James Howells in the chat. Hey, James says, I'm here to save the day.
Well, good deal. That's what Christian's here for.
Dun, 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 save the day. Dun, 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 dun. What? Who's on his way? Mighty Mouse is here to save the day.
Fighting crime in every way.
There it is. I knew that I heard that from somewhere. Save the day. I'm like, here to save the day. I'm like, who has that? Mighty Mouse. It was like I had surgery to get rid of the risk of men controlling my body. TMI, burn. Walter's like, boo, get your cage. Now a heel. It was like, because Matthew, technically what you said was sexist. I was like, James, save us from Ayla.
Always going to apologize.
He's apologizing for the sensitivity.
Beverly Hills 90210, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The movie.
Yeah, that guy. Is he being sincere? I feel like he's just... I was like, how's this apology really going to go?
There's a guy in
What
the audience.
kind of apology
with
is
a
it going to
mask
be? I'm sorry your family isn't dead. Robbie's like, D, you're such a nerd. And Luke says, Trav, I'm coming to
Call
kidnap
me.
you. He's coming to kidnap you to Ireland.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can leave the stream to delete that. Poor Travis. He's so abused.
Always.
It was like, anyway, back to Robbie getting slapped in the face by an eggplant. How was that? Because, like, why do turtlenecks give us so much heat? I don't know. Is that a joke? Why? What's the answer to the riddle?
What's the number one argument for guns?
Heat?
That we don't need them because the government isn't going to take anybody's rights, right?
Oh, okay.
It's kind of that's the left's argument.
Oh, is
That
it?
we don't need guns because the government would never do that.
Right, okay. Hi, what's the matter?
What's the number one argument about this abortion thing?
My body, my choice.
That the government's taking people's rights.
Oh, they're funny.
So hopefully the left is looking at it and saying, oh, I guess the government can take rights away. Maybe we better keep the people armed just in case.
Yeah.
Here comes Luchasaurus. He looks like a heel turn. He's got a darker mask on. What the hell's this guy doing? Why are you in a...
scared?
I guess. What is he, 12-year-old boy?
He's like, no, don't
Serpentico.
tell him who I is. Dongity dong dong dang.
Maybe now we can get a push for this guy. Big headbutt to Serpentico. Just end it.
It's just weird. I feel this
Well,
is
why
weird.
do they have him wrestling a little boy?
don't-
It's like wrestling, what's his name? Huber's son.
Yes. Huck. Robbie says, didn't feel a thing coming from you, Ayla. LOL.
0 or 99. No, she's 99. He's 0. Huh?
Oh, -1.
-1, maybe that was it.
Piccola says, does that answer your question? Oh, do you almost spit out a drink? I don't know. Was I supposed to... What was I laughing about? What? James Hall says, I have no dog in this fight.
Whoa! That's it! Don't let it go. What he should do is hold it until the referee takes the win away from him and gives it to the other guy. That'd be even cooler.
Walter's like, we need Superman in the chat to save the day, LOL.
Superman.
Walter's like,
So
we
now
need
they're
Superman in
pushing him, the Luchasaurus, as a hardcore heel, it looks like.
Right?
And Wardlow is a hardcore face, so maybe we could see those two wrestle.
Oh, yeah, they
in
probably could do
6
something
months
like
or
that,
so.
huh?
He said, get back in there and kick his ass. Just finish him.
Ayla's like, you didn't fill my eggplant. You're shorter than I thought. Luke's like, well, I could kidnap Delitha, but Ayla in chat would drive Trav into oblivion. So you have to save him instead. Robbie's like, Cage getting personal. But you guys delete that. Probably doesn't own a turtleneck. I actually do not own a turtleneck. Thank you very much.
I forgot to shave.
Matthew's like, how did what I say come off as sexist? Maybe if you weren't above it all, you could release your frustrations on a monthly basis. Instead, you're like 3 Hoover Dam. A tick bomb. What? Oh, a ticking bomb.
I ain't no security.
He's a TNT
You're going to be an ex-TNT champion.
Robbie says, Ayla needs kidnapping.
He named her Jeannie. For real. The belt's name's Jeannie.
Jeannie?
Next time you come after me and Jeannie.
Oh, my Lord. Walter's like, Luchasaurus for the win. He's a bad guy, Walter, but yeah, he won. It looks like, Matthew, the typos in your post made it funnier than it should have been. Matthew's like, oh, what the fuck? Pickle's like, oh, I didn't notice. Cool. It's like Spider-Man with the symbol. Matthew says, LOL, Luke, oops. And Vindicator says, Travis, you love those beefy guys so much. Do you miss Brian Cage?
I do, but not a lot. He's a different type of beefy guy. I'm not really into that style. I do like when he flips around and he's a little bit more agile than most big guys, but he doesn't have a lot of height. And so I don't like guys that are stacked but are short. Like, you know, like the Big E types. Mm-hmm. Like they don't do it for, like I want somebody that's 6'4" and put a little bit of weight on. Yo. Juggler.
Oh, why am I doing white face? What?
Drinking all the tap water in Flint. Where it was all poisoned.
Oh my
the Flint machine.
They're like, this is what you get for home. I'm not scissoring. That's so weird. Walter's like, quick match, and is like, no, Matthew, I wasn't offended. I'm just saying, asking our girl if Aunt Flo hears something based off her attitude is technically sexist. I'm just saying. Matthew's like, is Wonder Woman about the rag too?
Oh, God.
Yes. Pickle says Luchasaurus even dyed his beard black. And Ayla says, sure, I guess I'm a ticking time bomb. It's funny how you would know how a woman's body works. Typical man. Mansplaining a uterus for me, would you? Mansplain a uterus for me. I was like, oh, damn it, didn't offend you? I will before the night is over. Hassan Terrell is in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there. Hello.
Hey.
Ravi says, D, it's not 1998 with your turtleneck. I don't have turtlenecks, man. Hassan says, cool. It was like, I guess if that's what you want to do. Well, there's like Money in the Bank coming up. Yes, Walter, it is. It definitely is coming up. Matthew says, I'm a toxic male. Woo!
Danhausen,
People's
a white
like,
man doing white face.
Ironically, security guards get paid more than TNT champions. Phil says, let's go, Wardlow.
Oh, he's talking. I found some people that are pretty good at wrestling. Is it FTR? Who was that? I don't have a clue.
I don't know this music. But people are very excited for it, so it must be people that are known. It is the FTR.
It's FTR.
They have like weird music now. It's kind of interesting.
They're all sorts of champion. Maybe they should go for the real champions.
Champion. Robbie says, go on, Matthew. I gotta see you offended Ayla. Offend Ayla. Ayla's like, that we were joking around. Who's above a period? A joke, but whatever.
Whatever.
The little line on the exclamation point. It's above a period. Does that count? Mm-hmm. Bagel says, yo, listen. And Lou's like, Ayla, I guess I'm kidnapping you to Ireland. Well, there's like, boo, Caster. And it's like, please, Luke. And Andy Joe is in the chat. Hey, Andy says, do we get to see matches? This is my first time in the live stream. Hey, yo, Andy. Oh, we don't show anything. We can't show them.
We just tell you what's happening.
But we'll tell you what's happening. FTR is fighting with Danhausen against Max Caster and the Gun Club. Ass Boys, or whatever they're now called. Film says, I can't stand the Acclaim. And Luke's like, Ayla, if I kidnap you, you're a man and kids would murder me. Matthew's like, Ravi, it's impossible to offend. Hey, la la. And Luke says, no, Andy, this is a reaction stream only. Walter's like, hey, kitten. Yeah, he was here and he left. It was like, yeah.
Austin and Cash.
If they noticed I was gone, Bryce says, here comes Danhausen, very nice and very evil.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him in a match yet, have we?
Yes, we did see him in a match.
We did get to watch him. Oh, never mind. He wrestled Hook.
He wrestled with him.
Bryce I know he got his ass handed to him by Tony Nese.
Yes, that's happened
right.
Also. Bryce says, here comes Danhausen.
Austin Gunn. And their Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler's got him in a side headlock.
Danhausen and Hook for the win. Well, Hook's not out there, Walter, so
Hook.
it's just FTR with him.
They don't do Hook on Wednesdays. Hook's on a Friday.
Andy Joe says, okay, how do we stream the matches? I don't know. You'll have to look it up, my friend. I'm sure Google could tell you. Rob's like, do your American accent makes you sound like dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude?
I'm pretty sure every woman in America sounds like a dude then.
Oh my God, we all sound like dudes.
You got to do a British accent is what he's saying.
I was doing his stuff. Your American accent makes you sound like dude. LOL. Pickle says Danhausen gonna spit some rhymes. Matthew says, champ, 2 of the 4 guys that hung out this weekend didn't want to see Pussy Fire on Saturday. That would have been slick.
Yeah, Pussy Fire.
Sounds like Pussy Fire would be slick. Film's like, yes, let's go FTR. And Robbie says, did you go, Ayla? It was like impossible to offend me. Haha, okay.
Layla Gray. That's coming up later.
Who's Layla Gray?
Layla Gray.
I don't know who. She's a tough cookie from New York. She's from Queens. She's a tough girl from Queens. Walter says, FTR, go get the win. And Pickle says, FTR's theme music is a modern version of the Midnight Express. Oh, okay, that's where it came from. Walter says, okay, no Hook. And Film's like, FTR, FTR, FTR. And Robbie says, Ella, go and cook your eggplants or something.
Watching some old Starcades. And it's kind of depressing just watching the main event each year. You know, like if you watch WrestleMania from each year.
Okay.
Because there's so much storytelling between those in
right.
that year that you're like, your childhood goes away in like just a few minutes. A few hours because each one's 2 hours in the original. And then they went to 3 hours and 5 hours and 10 hours and all that. But it's just kind of funny when you're watching old wrestling matches, the main events, 1 per year, Starcade, WrestleMania. I'm like, oh, the 4 Horsemen were great. And then I'm like, where are the 4 Horsemen? Oh, they're already gone. Oh, no.
Yeah, his paint almost got knocked off his face.
Danhausen is in there. He's getting punched. I don't know this gun. The other gun is Austin. So the Gun Club and Max Caster are a team because Bowens is hurt.
Yes. Yes, that's the only reason
So
why.
when Bowens gets better, are they going to feud? Are you a fan of this Gun Club thing?
I have no
I like the dad, but I don't think I like the boys too much.
I have no idea. I don't know what to do or what to think about it, actually. I have absolutely no opinion. I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, that's better than how you think about CM Punk, I guess.
That guy's garbage. I don't like
What are you looking at?
What are you doing, huh? What are you doing, huh? Ayla says, no, Talitha. The line above the period does not count. Dwight, you ignorant fool. Film's like, haha, LOL, go to Matthew. And Walter says, come on, FTR and Danhausen beat the other team. Piccolo says, why do they have glitter all over themselves? I don't know.
It's sex appeal.
Is that what that is? The Gun Club has glitter?
Well, of course, they scissor. They're strippers.
Ayla's like, it's actually slut, not fool, but oh well. Phil's like, if women act like dudes, they're called tomboys. Ayla's like, Ravi is trying to relieve himself, but he can't do that if you're talking in an American accent, only British one. Pickle's like, Ayla with the old school weekend update bit. I see you. Matthew's like, slut is a fun word to say. Say it, Miss D. Pussy fire, LOL.
Oh, pussy fire.
You can't get me this time.
Pucifer or whatever it was.
They're going to call it Pussy Fire. That's what it's going to be. Vindicator says, if McMahon was booking AEW, it would be Sting versus Danhausen on next week Dynamite just because their faces look so much alike. LOL.
Like the Kabuki Warriors. Hey, you guys look similar. I don't know exactly what it is. We should put you in a team.
You guys should be together forever. Films like Ravi, are you from the United Kingdom? Ravi's like, LOL, D talking posh, LOL, like she's got plums in her mouth. Is that how it works? You have to put plums in there in order to talk British? Is that how it works? I don't feel like I have plums in my mouth. It was like, I see you also? Mm-hmm. Matthew says, Ravi, oh, plums in her mouth, haha. I don't have bollocks in my mouth, you freakoids. Pico's like, hey, so what would be movies that you know the lines word for word? Oh my God, Travis can totally answer this question for you. Like, he knows like 20,000 of them.
It's been a while, but Year One, Hot Tub Time Machine, Billy Madison. I could probably do the whole movie in my head. Like if I was waiting in line at the dentist office or something. Those three for sure. I'm trying to think if there's another one. I mean, I know Back to the Future, but I don't know if I know it word for word.
Yeah. He's your guy for that kind of stuff. Ravi's like, UK film about an hour drive from London. I was like, but if Tony Khan books Danhausen versus Sting, likely it could happen.
Right. He's small enough to where he couldn't hurt Sting.
Yeah. Ayla says, ginger snaps. I literally know every word. I could write it down. Phil says, Ravi, I guess that might be a yes. And Piccolo says, I remember you talking about ginger snaps. And Ravi says, Ayla with a filthy, dirty mind. Piccolo says, can you substitute them with marshmallows? If you have marshmallows and you substitute the plums with marshmallows, what kind of accent are you doing?
Liverpool.
Gooey Games is in the chat. Hey, Gooey.
Hey.
Says, hey, I finally returned to Joe DeBest's channel after almost a year. I immediately came here to ask how y'all been doing.
Doing
How's
fantastic.
it going?
How have you been doing?
Great, Gooey. How are you? How are things going for you? Ayla says, IDS, really cheesy, Fat Lisa.
Whoa.
It's a B-rated
Double
movie
German
for
suplexes.
Sure.
Are they going to...
But
I thought they were going
makes
to
my heart
run
happy.
them into each other.
Boom says, come
Like
on,
a Three
Danhausen and
Amigos.
FTR, get the win.
Double Three Amigos, but Dax didn't let go. He still got Austin.
I guess he ran
that's
out.
Colton. Might as well learn their names. It's only been a year.
Colton? He's
Yeah,
the one
Colton's
with
the braid.
He's
or
the one
ponytail.
with the man bun.
Yeah, and then this is Austin.
Austin's like, oh my God. He looked like he was trying to play all, like, whatever you call it.
Possum?
Heavy.
Yeah, sandbagging.
He looked like he was kind of sandbag while he was throwing him around there. But he kind of tried, I guess.
Yeah, they jump. Uh-oh, Dax. A little hip toss. He goes for a hip toss. Dax just falls down. These two are just all sorts of stumbling around.
What was that weirdness?
That's called terrible wrestling is what that's called.
Robbie says, I said plums, D, you with a corrupt, dirty mind, LOL. Yeah, well, we all know in the UK knows what plums probably really mean, you freak. Matthew's like,
Fruit.
Is Hook and Danhausen not a thing?
It is. It's just not on Dynamite because Hook doesn't really come on Dynamite very often.
Yeah. Piccolo says, years ago, I used to remember all the Three Amigos. That's a funny movie to remember.
Like the funny one?
The one with Steve Martin and, yeah, that one.
Chevy Chase, and then the other guy that plays Dr. Freeze on, not Dr. Freeze, but Freeze on
Spider-Man?
the
No.
Santa Claus 3.
Oh.
Look
oh my
at
God,
Bowens!
look, he's fine. He was lying
Holy
the
crap,
whole
there
time.
must be a preacher in there.
Oh,
he hit Austin.
He hit his own dude.
Anthony Bowens. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God,
His
ouch.
knee must be better. 2 and 3. Danhausen pins Austin Gunn.
Austin Gunn got pinned because his friend clipped him in the face with a crutch. And now we know that that's not going to happen. Oh, jeez. Adrenaline makes you do crazy things.
I was like, are they going to break him up once he's better? They didn't even pump their brakes. I mean, I figured it would be like at least a month away or something.
Right. Dirk, you totally did it on purpose, didn't you? Yeah, I totally did.
That's a huge father.
That's a guy with pigtails on his head.
Right. Well, that's what I'm
I
getting.
thought it was a man pun, but it's not. It's pigtails. So strange.
Why would I do it on purpose? Oh, the dad turned on Austin.
What?
That's a huge dude. Like, anytime you think you could take Dad, go ahead. They're like, no, we're good.
No, he didn't pop you in the face on purpose. It was a mistake and an accident. Bill's like, Matthew,
All right,
maybe
Colton.
I'm not sure. Matthew's like, film, thanks. Bill's like, hello. Oh, gory games. I'm so sorry. Gooey games. No, it's gooey games. Gooey games. Yeah, I got it right. Welcome to the wrestling live stream.
Woo.
Gooey says, things finally started to get better, which allowed me to come back. Glad to hear it's been great for y'all as well. I see you grew a lot since I last around. Do y'all still stream with Joe?
No.
We haven't really streamed with Joe. He's been really busy. So, and then he's had some issues with trying to be able to watch stuff. So we haven't really streamed anything with him for a while. Robbie says FTR carrying this match. Matthew says Dr. Britt Baker for Armpit Champ of the World, right, film? Phil's like, Matthew, no problem, buddy. And Ayla's like, it's not IDS. It sounds like some weird thing that you have wrong with you. Are you sure it's not IDS? She's replacing IDS with it's, but her comment is, it's not IDS. Sorry. It's so much more fun. Yeah, Pico's like, wonder how long Bowens is going to milk the injury.
Is this Jade?
Yes, it is. Ayla says, ew, balls. And Phil's like, absolutely
Jade.
not, Matthew. Like, listen, I'm sorry.
Argue.
Dr. Britt Baker, I just see you as a friend, not an armpit girlfriend or wife. Matthew's like, IDS sounds like a version of AIDS, like space AIDS.
That's not baddies. That's just one, and she's not even that bad.
Yeah, Kira Hogan's nothing. She's
Yeah,
garbage.
not a fan.
Let's see. Ayla's like, plums, Ravi, I'm Ravis. I'm not the one with a dirty mind. Sucking on plums, smacking your face
Where's
with
the baddies?
eggplants. Did they just show them for a second?
Yeah, they're over on this side. The baddies section. I'm sure they'll show them again. She's flipping
Oh,
people
she's
off.
flipping people off. What? How dare you? Film's like, yeah, way to go, Downhausen and FTR. And Pico says, OMG, that was so evil.
Oh, so the other broad's already in the ring.
Evil. Haha. Robbie says,
Layla,
Austin
Gray.
got not very good.
Gray doesn't even get an
balls.
entrance. She came down to the
Check
ring
out my balls.
while everybody else was leaving.
Just jump from there, buddy. Jump. There you go. Robbie's like, wasn't there a ball song in South Park? Yeah, it was Chef. He sang about his salty balls. Pickle's like, oh, the
His
dissension.
chocolate salty balls,
His
right?
chocolate salty
Yeah.
balls. The no more scissoring. Matthew's like, Robbie, do you have a fetish with purple things? Robbie's like, Ayla, you like plums? And Matthew, no. Tilly Williams in the chat. Hey, Tilly.
Hey, Tilly.
Says hi. Hey. Ayla's like,
How are
nope,
you
peaches
doing?
are good. Peaches. Philip says, purple fetish, what's that? P.S. No, I will not be looking that up, just let you know. Speaking of fetish, what time is it? It's Jade Cargill time.
Scissor time.
Ew, God, no. No. It's gross.
Jade
It's an
is
IDS
so
issue
strong.
right there.
Fall away
Get the
slam.
ids.
Kip up.
You get the IDs or the IDs. Whatever you want to call it, it could happen, and I don't want it.
I feel like her left boob's just going to pop out. Like it's spring-loaded in there.
Right?
Have you
I know,
seen
it's
it?
like all like, eek.
Well, it's square and sideways.
Hey, don't be calling her boobies square. It looks all squishy to me.
Well,
like
that's what
a
I mean.
marshmallow.
Like, but flat, because it's the squareness. See it in the corner?
Yeah,
It's
she's
like-
just trying to keep him into the outfit, so that outfit thing is kind of small and
Right,
tight.
1, 2, and she kicks out. Layla.
Great.
I love Jade's hair.
I like
so
it, the white
platinum
wig
looking
better.
that it's nuts. And plus on the high definition TV, it's like really good.
Yeah, I like it way better than the green that she had there for a while. Ayla's like, Talitha, my God, haha, I didn't even notice your turn. Sorry. Matthew's like, peaches come in a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown.
She won't use her normal hair because she says when she looks done, she looks like a poodle. 1, 2, and 3. Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill, that was her response to why she wears wigs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh.
Yeah. She like some of the ladies on there because she said, "What hair do you like better, this one or the green?" On her site, on Twitter, and so she had people answering it.
Yeah.
And then some people put her real pictures in there. Said that your hair's beautiful, and she's like, "I wish." She's like, it just.
Robbie's like, Ayla, Peach. Hey, cat, what are you doing? Ew, bitching and moaning.
Bitching and moaning.
Film's like, it's armpit time. I love dark hair girls. Armpits and Pico. I was like, Jade. Tilly says FTR,
Here it
best in
comes.
the world.
Oh, shit. Stokely Hathaway just got threatened right there. Every woman in this locker room. Nobody showed up, only Layla Gray.
She seized it.
Athena is the only one.
Ooh,
Statlander, you're not overlooked. You're just lazy.
They're coming out because they think they're awesome. Fallen
Cringe.
goddess.
Don't run.
Lord, how
Please
dumb.
don't run. It looks dumb.
Well, especially when you might tear
Whoa,
your
she missed.
whatchamacallit right off of you. Don't tear your Achilles tendon off your heel again there, weirdo. Vindicator says, Dalitha, there is your alternate universe persona, Jade Cargill. Will she win tonight? She did, so yes.
Oh, look at that. Stokely had her push her down.
Nice.
Layla Gray, the girl. He's like, hey, go get her. So now Layla Gray's on the baddie side.
She's like, oh, I got beat. That's fine. I'll be part of it. It's
Layla's a
all
new
right."
baddie.
That's
Jade
fine.
doesn't like it, though.
Picola says she can be the TBS champion forever. It looks like so Vince hemorrhoids took the night off
Hathaway doesn't.
for.
Hathaway told her to help, and then Jade turned on her and threw her. And now she's like, what am I supposed to be doing? See?
Like, ew, what do you think you're doing, bitch? Picola's like, oh, chocolate salty balls. Matthew's like, apple bottom.
Well, she's pretty. Layla Gray.
Yeah. It says people doing weeds. I won't call her by her name. What?
Whose name?
What are you talking about? People doing weeds? Who name what? So if it's like, is the show over yet?
I don't think so. I think
Oh my
there's
God,
another.
Sophie, it's a 2-hour show.
There's an hour and
Jesus.
11 minutes left.
It's like SmackDown. God, Tina.
But Blood and Guts is coming up, and I'm assuming that's going to last an hour or so.
Vindicator says, but you just jinxed it, Daria. She will show up in T-minus 40 minutes. Matthew's like, LOL, spring-loaded boobs. It was like, oh my God, did you see that? Vindicator's like, I'm in 40 seconds. It was like, man, what the fuck is going on? She knew. How did she not know? So it's like the pay-per-view this past Sunday got 5 million pay-per-view buys, which was kind of a surprise to me.
Okay, no.
That's
They
false, ignorant information.
They got $5 million off of pay-per-view buys. They didn't get 5 million pay-per-view buys. That would be like a lot more money.
That'd be a lot more. So they made $5 million off this pay-per-view, basically.
Yeah, that'd be like $100 million or $200 million or something like that at $50. Just do the math.
Yes, do maths.
But it's 100,000 views or 100,000 subscribers.
50 times 5 million.
They sold 100,000 pay-per-views, and they got $5 million. That's what that means.
They did really shitty. Just kidding.
Yeah, in boxing, if you only sell 100,000, then you're not pulling in the numbers to be like a main event type fighter.
Yep.
But
Pico says Jade will be 1,000 minus to 0. 1,000 to 0, right? Vindicator says Travis, the beautiful jobber that Jade just beat, I believe is the same girl Raquel Gonzalez won her first SmackDown match against 2 months ago.
And I think it is too. The one that did really well. Mm-hmm. Remember? That's the best jobber we've ever seen.
Yeah, that's it. Walter's like, Jade won. Good match. Sophie says, I'm surprised they have a few matches along with the Blood and Guts match. Yeah, because they're just going to do a 2-hour Blood and Gut match.
And they've been doing a pretty good camera work without having a cameraman on that side.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he's standing in the ring, but I doubt he is. Because they keep when they pan out, there's nobody in that ring.
Oh. Phil's like, Jade won. Yes, I love my Jade Cargill. Walter's like, geez, Hills, Jade group. Vindicator says, Daria, there are lurkers everywhere in cyberspace. You got to be careful what you think. And then be careful about putting those thoughts onto legible words into the chat stream. Sophie says, when they usually do Blood and Guts, don't they usually have the main event and that's it? No.
No, that's just, they can't have a 2-hour match. When was the last time you saw a 2-hour match?
Answer the question.
The Royal Rumble?
Stephanie.
Maybe.
Answer the question.
You're terrifying.
Pickle says Layla Gray looks like a great value, Sasha. Oh, Picola. She's not Walmart brand. Don't be mean. That's just mean.
She's pretty.
Why are you so mean? Why you gotta be so mean? Why you gotta be so mean? Robbie says, LOD, getting bamboozled by Sophie. Pickle says, tell us more all about the history of your favorite AEW events. Sophie's like, Tony Khan mentioned that 5 million buys in a tweet. I got confused. Tony Khan's a moron. Shouldn't believe anything that dumbass tweets. He fucking doesn't even know where his own butthole is, probably. Matthew's like, Abby Word on Omega coming back.
Abby Word? Not yet. We haven't heard any word on it coming back yet.
No, that's Abbey Road, sir.
Not a country band or something.
Abbey Road? That's that stupid song for the fucking Beatles. Don't you know it? You love the Beatles.
I probably do. I don't know the names of their songs with the songs.
Tilly Williams says, is there a 60-minute time limit on Blood and Guts?
There won't be a time limit. It'll probably go until, I mean, obviously they're going to end it right before the show ends. Unless they have a surprise for after it, but there should not be a time limit on it. Because they don't go to a draw. So it'll probably say no time with no time limit. Who are they talking about?
I have no idea who they're talking to.
Somebody from Japan. Godu and Yoshihashi. We've seen them at the
Yoshihashi
and Gato. Remember Yoshi and Gato? It was the second match on the pre-show, I think. Cut it, Fred, you idiot.
Jeez Louise, you slut. Walter's like, how's your daughter doing? Talitha, is she back home?
So are you talking about from a motorcycle style?
So she doesn't live here. She never left her home where she lives. But she's doing a little bit better.
Yeah, we got to get some imagery in there.
Yeah, she's kind of...
She's always busy. Here comes JR for that main event.
She's a busy teenager, so she doesn't have to get it done. Pickle's like, and also I need to know more about Arthur Ashe event and so on and so forth. Honestly, I'm a good listener. I'm going to go make a sandwich. How are you a good listener if you're going to go make a sandwich? Excuse me,
They can have the volume on their phone.
You're not listening anymore. You're not listening.
So JR is coming out right now. I was wondering what was going on. Maybe he's only going to do 1 hour every show. That's all he did in the pay-per-view, too. That makes sense why they'd have Taz out there more often. Taz is fantastic.
It's Goto. I thought it was Gato, but it's Goto. Matthew's like, Cola, what kind? And Sophie's like, that gauntlet match on Raw a few years ago. Walter's like, boo, the Young Bucks. And Ravi says, do you believe Tony before? Fuck that shit. I don't believe anything, Ravi.
Up next,
Nothing.
Blood and Guts.
Sophie's like, the owner of New Japan wants Forbidden Door to take place next year in Japan.
I hope it does.
And Piccolo says, oh, I still have leftover mac and cheese.
It would be so awesome because we would get it in the daytime here. And that is awesome because I don't like to do the 5-hour pay-per-views at night because it takes away your whole night.
Yes.
But in the middle of the day, who cares?
Yeah, it's not that big
You
of
could
a
still have
deal.
a party afterwards.
It's like going to work and whatnot. So, Piccola, if you're making a sandwich and you still have mac and cheese, but do you have hamburger?
Here comes a hellish
then
structure.
You can make a hamburger with a mac and cheese on it. A grilled hamburger mac and cheese sandwich.
I wonder how many people would die if one of the cables snapped.
I don't know.
And it swung.
Ooh. People would not get out of the way fast enough. So it's like reports are out there that Sasha Banks was quietly released by the WWE on June 10th.
I have heard that. I've also heard that her name's still on the active roster in Europe. So if you go to WWE UK or WWE
NXT UK?
No, just
just WWE UK?
yeah, just what the UK people see.
Oh.
She's still an active member of the roster.
Huh.
Meaning they might not even be doing that stuff there. I don't know what's happening. Maybe they don't update shit, but it just seems very
It seems sus. Very sus.
In the old War Games, the cage was so short, when you gorilla pressed people, you could smash them into the cage. So there was no high flying. It was all just muscle.
In your face.
Right. Remember how this ended last year?
No.
MJF all bloody, and he got thrown in. He threw Jericho into all those cardboard boxes, but it was supposed to be like a stage.
Oh, yeah. And he hurt his arm.
Well, yeah, but it botched because
Yes.
it was not supposed to be a whole bunch of cardboard boxes stacked on top of each other to break their fall.
Right. Walter says, Jim Ross now. Vindicator says maybe AEW should refrain from doing pay-per-views in Chicago every year. LOL. Vindicator's like, Tony will defeat Nyla. Film says Matthew, the real armpit champions of the world, is Jade Cargill. And Matthew says, Sophie, does she have the 90-day no-compete clause? Sophie's like, AEW should do a pay-per-view in Idaho.
Yeah, that nobody would show up.
Walter's like, yes, now time, blood and guts. Bryce says, here we go. The cage is lowering down. Tilly says, do you think Hook will be TNT champion?
I don't. Not right now, but eventually maybe. But not in the foreseeable future, especially if they put it on Wardlow. But yeah, if they're going to bring a pay-per-view to this side, they need to do it in Salt Lake.
Yeah. Walter says that long steel cage is from WCW.
Yeah.
Pico says, Travis, don't go dark.
Don't go dark.
Sophie says, maybe if they make
Do you
Forbidden
want to read the rules
Door.
or do you care?
Oh, Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts begins with one member from each team for a 4-minute period. After the 4 minutes have expired, one member of the JAS will enter, giving them whatever. I missed all of it. Once all 12 men have entered the cage, the Blood and Guts match will officially begin. The only way to win is to make your opponent submit or surrender. Referees will be stationed around the cage.
Boom. We've seen War Games, and we've seen this before, so.
Yeah. So he's like, maybe if they make Forbidden Door an annual event, they switch where it could take place, like 1 year in Japan, 1 year in random state. Matthew says, cheeseburger, mac and cheese is decent, even a bit of chili, no beans. Vindicator says, they should line the cage with weapons like they did in TNA Impact Monster Ball match.
Yeah, they would do that also in NXT. Remember Io Shirai jumped off the top of the cage with the dumpster, the garbage can?
She was in a garbage can.
But this one isn't opened on the top. This one has a closed top.
Oh, does this one?
Yeah, remember MJF was on the cage when he threw Jericho off?
Oh, that's right. They were all on top of it.
Look at this.
What in the
It's
weirdo
the
outfits
20s.
is this shit? Oh my god. What?
That's their team. They're bringing their whole team out. I
So
figured it would just be
what?
one member who gets introduced at a time.
Sophie says with Sasha, there is no report about if she has a 90-day non-compete clause.
So somebody at home is watching this and seeing these guys, and they're dressed as somebody, and they're making a side-by-side comparison right now, and it's going up on Twitter. I guarantee
yes.
I'm going to see
I
something.
feel that it's probably going to be
Now that I've betrayed
Ice Ice Baby.
everyone I've ever loved
Winkler. I think it's
and
going to be
gone
him.
away.
I feel like it's going to be
Old
Van
Rob.
Winkle. Robert Van Winkle. I feel like it's going to be him. He's worn this outfit at some point in his career.
Sammy Garcia, that cage is way up there. This is definitely different than
Pico says, yes, that's
Other
a good idea,
cages.
D. Well, yeah, I have him once in a while. Bryce says, finally, Blood and Guts is finally taking place from front of real people this time. Bryce also says, because last year's Blood and Guts took place in the pandemic in my hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. Matthew says, Vindicator, I think ECW started that. Granted, a lot of ECW originals went to TNA. What was the Sandman and Raven match? Clockwork Orange Funhouse match or something? They gaff weapons everywhere. Had weapons everywhere, I'm guessing.
just need to have a match with New Jack in it.
Vindicator says...
Did New Jack ever wrestle Sabu? That could have been legendary. I've never Googled it. Not asking you, you're not going to know, but people at home, have you ever seen Sabu wrestle New Jack?
There you go. There's the question of the night.
New Jack could kill you. He tried to actually kill people.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Why would you do that? Vindicator says, maybe on the 4th of July chat stream, Jalitha will gorilla press Ayla just because it's America and Americans like to generate buzz to increase subscribership. LOL. Walter says, oh yeah, like war game rules. Yeah, I like war game rules, Walter. Matthew says, Sasha and AEW will be fucking awesome.
If it happens.
Films like, Vin, who do you think is going to win? And Vindicator says, what's Leopold doing? Sleeping on my lap. Film says, I'm going to cheer on Blackpool Combat Club. Sophie says, do you think Naomi will come back to the WWE at some point in the future?
I do. I think Naomi's going to be back before you know it.
Walter's like, oh geez, all of them are wearing red. Funny. And Matthew says, I wasn't to see Ayla and Miss D give T-Rex a 3D through a table covered in firecrackers for the 4th of July.
Boom. You think you two can pick me up properly?
Ayla's weak, so probably not. So it's like maybe MJF will come back to continue his storyline. Vindicator says, yeah, I remember that vaguely, Matt. Sandman and Sabu especially were animals in those matches. Tommy Dreamer too, but I remember first seeing a full cage of hanging weapons in TNA. Phil says, now hear me out. There's a lot of reports, not rumors, but reports that WWE or some other insiders, they're going to try to re-sign Sasha Banks. What do you think of this, Travis?
Right, whatever.
I saw this on Instagram.
It could happen. That's why I'm saying I'm not counting this out as a storyline yet. I'm still there.
And Pico says, nope, I don't think so on your question of Sabu and whoever.
New Jack.
Yeah. Matthew says, film, that would be a crazy angle. Sabu tried to kill himself wrestling. Vindicator says, I remember Monsters Ball had Abyss, Raven, Homicide, and some other extreme or monstrous type of guys. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. I'm tired. All right, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you later, bud. Have a good one. See you Friday.
Got about 55 minutes left.
I just need to take a deep breath from reading. Sophie says, so they are starting the main event now, so they probably have something planned for the last few minutes of the show if they have time.
So he's bringing a sledgehammer with him. Or a stick, maybe, but it looked like a sledgehammer.
I think it's just
a stick.
A kendo stick. Weirdo. Film says, oh man, I hope the legendary Sabu doesn't kill himself. He's the greatest ECW wrestler of all time, including the likes of Tommy Dreamer, Rob Van Dam, and Terry Funk. Sophie says, do they have a timetable for CM Drunk return?
No.
Matthew says, Film, do you think Sabu will appear in AEW and sleep well, Walter? Film says, yo, Matthew, if he's signed with AEW, that would be so epic.
Here comes Cesaro! Or what did they call him?
Claudio.
So Wheeler Yuta's in this.
It's Castagnoli. Vindicator says, Travis, there is no way Sasha Banks could defeat Jade Cargill in a clean match, huh?
Of course she can. But
the problem
I
with
don't feel
Sasha...
I feel like you can't do that to Jade.
Yeah.
So you would have Jade come out ahead in that match if you were going to use Sasha as the face. Hey, it looks like John's there, so he's not concussed, guys. I know people were worried about it, but they're not going to let him wrestle if he's got a concussion, so...
What a weirdo. Vindicator says, or Film says, Vin, I don't want to lie to you. I don't see them going one-on-one. I can definitely see Sasha Banks signing with AEW and joining the baddies. It would be legendary, but we will have to wait and see. She wouldn't join anything. And the way that Tony Khan treats his women's division, there's no fucking way she would ever join AEW. Unless she was top kid. That was it. Otherwise, guess what she'll do? She'll walk out. Just like she does everywhere else she goes.
But I don't think they would do that. They'd probably bring her in as a... I guess they could bring her in as a face. They don't have a lot of faces. But they would have to build up a championship match. They can't just put her in one. I mean, they could put her in one, but they would have to have a heel as the champion.
Cole's like, God damn it, that's a good-looking champion.
Yeah?
Do you want to tickle his pickle?
Ew, oh my God.
Is that what you want to do, huh, Picola?
You're a
that
stranger.
person, who is that person that comes to all these that has a box on their head?
That is Kip Sabian.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I guess he's getting jacked. Like, they're showing pictures of him. I'm like, I guess he's getting big. I don't know why he's getting big. He's not a big guy.
Because he's in the audience, like, all the time, and he just has a...
He wears a box on his head.
Yes, a box on his head.
He walks around the crowd and talks to him, and he goes up and stands and stuff.
It's so weird. Film's like, but on the other hand, I still want Sasha to stay in WWE, though, through 1 to 2 years into our contract and get a couple of W's in WrestleMania, tired of her losing streak at WrestleMania.
Look. They were talking to each other.
Oh. They must have whatchamacallit, their beef.
Squashed it. That's what he's saying in the street.
You squashed
your
the beef. Squashed the beef. Thumb says Picola, BCC or Jericho's Appreciation Society. Who should win?
Sammy Guevara
BCC,
and Claudio.
Picola says.
Cesaro is in there. I don't know Claudio's last name.
Claudio Castagnoli. Castagnoli.
I can't believe I have to learn that name.
Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli is with weirdo poop
Castagnoli.
Face.
That doesn't flow off your tongue.
Castagnoli?
Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli in there with Sammy Guevara. They're the two starting it out. And Team Jericho has the advantage. Holy
I'm not
crap.
sure exactly what that was, but it was stupid.
That was just wrestling.
Picola's like, oh, just in time. Film's like, me too, Picola.
All right. Throwing Sammy right into the corner.
Matthew,
Claudio
thanks for the
Castagnoli.
$2 in the super chat, my friend.
Woo.
He's like, y'all got super chats up about your first. Congrats.
Yeah.
We used to have super chats up a while ago, but we took them down because we wanted to get some other stuff in place. We just didn't want the money to accumulate and then not take it out of their stuff. So we had to like do some like business stuff and then get He took off his things.
Yes, suspenders.
His suspenders, so he could use them as a weapon.
Look at that. Claudio's didn't even phase him.
He's like, oh, you're a fun boy.
He's like, you know how little you are compared to the guys I wrestle in WWE?
Right? Like, you're a tiny little man. Vindicator's like, someone will bleed. Because why? Because pain.
Pain.
Film's like, oh, snap. Way to
Whoa.
go, Matthew. And says, Film says, Vindicator, you can definitely say that again.
All right, Sammy's trying to climb out. But the problem with that is you don't need to because you can't win the match. But it's very wise to be a monkey up there. Oh, by the way, Cesaro trains that way. So
I'm like, doesn't he just use his body weight as his training?
He does.
Like, how is that going to change anything,
oh, God.
you weirdos?
Oh, hopefully he's not hurt.
Well, I don't want him to be hurt, but it'd be fine if he was hurt.
You hear that? Sammy's been in 5 car wrecks since this match started.
Oh, my God.
I have a feeling that Claudio could do that. I don't know if he's going to, though. No? I would say 5 years ago he does it right behind him.
Vindicator's like, I'm surprised Ayla wasn't super chatty tonight compared to most other nights. Maybe she's got shit to do, sir. She's got kids, and shit. She's like, what's his face?
She got children.
She got kids. Like, 3-man band man.
Heath?
Yes.
I don't know what his name is now.
His name is Heath.
I do know that Jake Paul wants to fight a wrestler.
Oh, God.
And that would be the guy I would like to see.
Heath?
Uh-huh.
We'll fight him. Why?
He's like a 3-time Gold Glove.
Oh, so
boxer.
He's a real boxer. That's right.
Not since the amateurs, but...
Yeah,
I mean national Gold Gloves. Anybody can win them local. But he's a national Gold Glove champion, which
Is it over?
there's one. Yeah, he's back in the ring.
Oh, good.
She might flash him or something. But.
Just don't want to see the sickoness. Vindicator said that. Matthew says, so are y'all going to try to watch old WCW matches and start gaming it up?
Gaming's for sure.
Gaming, yeah. Watching other.
Okay. Now, who's this guy?
Somebody with a do-rag on his head?
Oh, it's Garcia. Danny Garcia.
Oh, it's that weirdo guy. So strange.
History does not remember blood. So, you guys tell me how you think this would go. Ready? You got to imagine it. There's a match. It ends. Claudio's in there with somebody, whoever. You guys can pick that guy. I don't care who it is. And he starts to do his little spin with them.
Okay.
And they go off. They cut it. It's done. The show's over. As he's spinning. Right? Rampage starts on Friday.
And he's still
spinning.
And he's
still fucking spinning the guy.
That'd be funny.
Right? That's how the show starts. Is he's still spinning the guy, then he lets him go.
Funny.
And they both all fall around. I just thought it would be kind of comical. So it looks like he did it for 2 days.
Right.
Even though most of the time Rampage is recorded and it's right after, so it would make sense. But it wouldn't be hard to do. You could just keep recording it.
Right.
And then you just put a cut in the middle. But I thought it was funny.
That's actually pretty funny.
Right? Like, I think it'd be pretty funny. It just starts out and they're like...
Well, especially because they do record it. So what difference would it make?
Right. So it looks like he did it like 1 million times or something. He's been spinning for 2 days.
That's funny.
All right, Danny Garcia's in there with Sammy Guevara. I can never remember that dude's name. With Claudio. So I got 3 guys in there that I kind of don't know their name.
Vindicator says, if Sammy tried to flip someone off on PG-13 WWE, they would blur it out with one of Riddle's colorful animal cartoons. Bryce says, let's go Jericho's Appreciation Society. Pico's like, so, for the little history lesson, WCW had a double ring event called the Battle Bowl. Sting had a huge ovation when he jumped across the ring gap in between. He splashed an opponent from the other side.
Yes, he did.
That's very interesting. Matthew says, LOL T-Rex, that's good, actually. Vinegar says, Matthew, you must be rich, buddy. Just swimming in that dough if you can afford to give up $2. Just too rich for my blood and guts, which is why I'm a coward during poker, LOL. Pico's like, is Hager in this? You know,
Yes,
I think he is.
Hager is going to be in this. He's not in it now.
Yeah, he's part of their group, you know, for whenever they let people go in.
Is Wheeler Yuta going to come in next?
Yeah.
I can't believe Wheeler
Matthew's
Yuta's
like,
in this.
Vin, LOL, the least I can do is buy them 1.5 quarts of fuel for putting up with my skank asshole.
1.5 quarts of fuel.
That's funny. I don't even know if I would buy that much.
Of course I would.
Won't even buy you a gallon of milk anymore.
Dozen eggs, nothing.
Nothing. Dozen eggs,
Inflation.
butter, milk.
You guys can also buy stickers and put in like little weird emojis, and they're not even $2. Some of them are like 99 cents.
It barely lets you buy a thing of bread.
I'm just saying that not everything's $2.
You can barely buy a candy
Whoa, Wheeler
bar.
Yuta is the
A
next member
regular
in.
size.
So Wheeler Yuta is in.
He's taking it to Garcia like he never even came there to begin with. Vindicator says inflation. Yes, inflation.
Sammy Guevara. Back-to-back German suplexes.
Matthew says, just remember, a cup of coffee is more expensive than fuel.
Oh.
No, I think a cup of coffee is now cheaper than fuel if you get regular coffee from somewhere. It's still like $3, but still.
Hey, I think water is still pretty expensive. I don't know. How much is a bottle of water? Those you buy them.
Those are like, I think those are like $3 or something for the Evians.
Right. So, and it takes 4 of those to make a gallon.
A
So it's
liter?
$12 a gallon for water. So water's still more expensive than gasoline.
Depending on the water, but yeah. Vindicator says, I think Cesaro has done this before. Maybe a War Games match at a takeover event.
Possibly. I don't know if he was in NXT, was he? I guess maybe he was before 2014. All right, here comes
Here's
the
Hager.
big guy,
He's coming
Jake
out
Hager.
right now. There you go, Picola. He is now technically in it. So he's in there.
Now, how many of you remember, all of you remember this, but how many of you remember Cesaro and Jake Hager together with Jed Coulter as the Real Americans?
Me. I actually remember that.
We the
Look at
people.
him! Look at him!
Yeah.
This is what we want, yeah.
Do they have a gap between the rings? There's supposed to be like a platform there.
Is there an actual gap? I thought there was like...
It looked like a gap.
Line, like it was together, but maybe there's a gap this time.
Cesaro is such a big dude. It's funny because he's just average in WWE.
Right?
And in here, like, he's up there with this is one of the big guys.
Yeah. With Jake.
And then the NXT guys come up from behind him like Danny Garcia. Look how small he is.
He's a tiny little man. A tiny, tiny little man. Tiny man. Tiny, tiny little man. Piccolo says, yes, Travis, I remember the low cage ceiling and how Animal would body press his opponents over his head.
Absolutely.
Keith knows in the chat, though. Hey, Keith, how's it going? Says a loaf
Keith.
of bread. Yes. Matthew says, coffee at a gas station for a large, which is 20 ounces, more expensive per unit than fuel. Yes, it is. Travis, and you are correct, yes. Piccolo says, never for NXT. Keith No says Tim Hortons is expensive. Yes. Ayla says, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, Ayla doesn't remember.
Matthew's like, we, the people. Piccolo's like, we, the people. Bryce says, I knew they were going to chant out, we, the people. Matthew's like, oh, hey, what happened with Cena on Raw? He talked a lot, and then there were some weird little skit things he did in the back, but nothing really crazy. Like, he didn't get interrupted in his speech or anything like that. They didn't really set up anything, kind of a little bit with Theory, but not a lot. Keith No says he does have a podcast. I forget his real name. Vindicator says, yeah, I remember that We the People gimmick. I bet Dan Lambert would fit in perfectly with that group.
Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic. I mean, you can bring Jed Coulter back. He's out there. I see him doing interviews all the time.
Right? Pico's like, come on, Ayla, remember. You remember. You remember. You remember. You remember. John Moxley's in there.
John Moxley's in? What the That's a weird one to put in the middle. You figure, like, he'd be the last one to come in.
I guess. I don't know. Keith knows like, hello. Hello.
What's he stabbing him?
Dude, at the
I think he's
convention
stabbing
this
him.
weekend, everyone was fucked up because of the live painting demonstrations. We were all sniffing spray paint fumes. You guys are all fucking high. You guys are all like, I didn't know this was a reservation. I did not say that out loud.
Oh my gosh. Raking faces.
Oh no. He's like, where's the blood?
Moxley is stabbing people with a weapon.
Of course, that's blood and guts.
See?
I want their
now
guts
he's stabbing
to come
him in the head. Now he's splitting him.
Oh, jeez.
It looks like a snorf plaque.
A snorf plaque.
Or a dinglehopper.
A dinglehopper.
I can't remember which one that is.
Whatchamacallit. The indicator says, who is Cena? I didn't see him. It was like, oh yeah, I remember. People was like, see, you remember. And Bryce says, come on, Jericho, appreciate your society. Come on, you red-panted fiends.
Garcia's split open.
He's like, I don't know what to do with the blood in my mouth. It's gross. Blech. Hey, kitty. Oh, he's attacking freak stuff.
So creepy.
People's right, 2 stars till we see intestines. Right, exactly, because it's the guts. Guts. We have to see guts. I don't care whose guts it is.
Just call them entrails.
But they need to be guts everywhere. Just everywhere, all over. Just guts all over the place. Matthew's like, Ayla, you don't remember because you were being a woman doing woman things like laundry, vacuuming, making sandwiches.
Making babies.
Maybe if your chores were done, you'd have that memory of We the People, LOL. It was like my friend Sam's son had a picture of Cena on his swim pants. I asked him if he could see the face on his pants. He's like, yeah. Duh. Haha. I just waved my hand in my face and says, no,
Whoa.
you can't. Poor kid.
Ba-da-da-da.
Matthew's like, LOL, Allin. It was like, I put that 6-year-old in his place. That's terrible. Keith No says they do make a candy bar called whatchamacallit. It's been around for a long
I
time.
used to love those.
And Matthew's like, you fucking bully, LOL. Vindicator's like, Daria, do you remember Ayla's first cooking experiment in life? Or I mean, Ayla, do you remember Daria's first cooking experiment in life? Experiment, yes. And Pico is laughing. It's funny. No, you don't.
Oh.
No, you can't.
He's trying to get away. But all his guys are broken. No.
Went the wrong way.
Running like a scalded
Should have
dog.
went the other way.
Gut wrench. Here it comes.
So so Jericho needs to come in.
Yeah, Jericho will be last.
And who else? Like, does the society people
Yeah, it's 6 on 6 at the end.
black
And it looks like there's
burn,
3 on 3 right now.
black rope, black ball, black...
Blackpool.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, that's it. That's the name I was looking for. Blackpool.
Combat
Community
Club.
Combat people. The community club.
It's like the YMCA, but in Blackpool. It's such a dump that they just call it the Combat Club. But in reality, it's just the community club.
I don't remember their names.
Oh.
People in the chat are like the BCC, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's an acronym for them. I'm like, what's their names again?
Blackpool.
Blackball
Community Club.
Community Club? I don't know.
But if you live in Blackpool, you don't want to be part of that community, so it's combat.
It was like my first cooking experience. I had cooking lessons when I was like 7. We made the egg toast things where you cut a circle in bread, put it in a pan and crack an egg in it. Toad in a hole. That's what that's called. Toad in a hole. I mean, maybe not to most people, but I know it as toad in a hole. Picola says they can't be too messy because JS has a K-pop concert afterwards. Yeah, they can't have their guts hanging out while they're trying to like serenade all these little teeny boppers.
They're a boy band. You've got it, because what you got is it. And girl, you know that you're the only girl for me. And girl.
Pickle's like, it's
finger bang. Bang, bang, bang. Finger bang, bang.
I can totally see him singing that.
To the night.
They have all the outfits for it. It's perfect.
Uh-oh. Okay, here comes Ortiz. He's got a shaved head and it's painted. So it looks really funny. Like, who shaves their heads and paints it?
Why does he look like a clown?
Because he painted his head.
Why would you want to be a clown? He's angry lines on his clown face.
I shaved my head once. Didn't end up well.
Picole's like, it's a book club for cats. Oh, Jesus. It was like my teacher called it a hole-in-one. George calls it egg in a nest. I call it egg toast because it's the only way Oz will eat it. That's funny.
That's funny.
What do you do with that extra ring of bread that you take out of it? Do you like toast it separately?
She probably makes toast. Maybe. Or does she just throw bread in a pan?
No. So to make it, you cut a hole in your bread.
I know what it is.
And butter on it. And then you toast it in your pan and crack an egg in the middle of it.
That's all her mom makes.
And then you flip it.
She used to make them all the time.
Picole's laughing, and Matthew says, once my mom was cool, I used to help her in the kitchen when I was like 5 to 13. Then she lost her mind. That's sad. Vindicator's laughing, and Vin's like, I'm laughing at whatever Picole is laughing just because I want to fit in, maybe be laughing at Ayla. We were laughing at Travis calling the JAS, whatever society they are, a boy band, and then started using South Park's boy band and singing their songs.
Finger bang.
Finger bang. So if you've never seen South Park, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one was like from like 2001.
It was like, wow, Matthew, lucky 513, nice. My mom lost her mind in 1972. It was like, I throw it away. Why do you throw it away? Doesn't your other child eat that stuff? Can you not feed it to her? It's just a little tiny piece of bread. It seems wasteful.
You could make a little sandwich.
It's wasteful. I was like, LOD wants to be a clown. What's that fresh toast? Ravi, nobody's talking about French toast. Nobody is talking about French toast. It's a piece of bread that you put in a pan that has a hole in it and you put an egg in the middle of it. I know in the UK they have this. You guys eat it all the time. So bleh. It was like if she eats it, but usually she won't. You should just save all the circles and then make like little things of French toast, right? Like little French toast things. What?
Just you said save them, like for like a week, or are you talking about
like
just that same
like,
meal?
Okay, maybe she makes it every day. So for a week, you save your holes, right? Put them in a bread bag, and then save them, and then make little French toast with them. Or you could just pre-punch all your bread. This is Oz's egg bread. You know what I mean? This is his hole-in-one bread. What's he doing over there? You like that? Is that your favorite? You gonna go eat it? Very intent. Yeah? You done? Okay. Yeah? Okay. Very sure. It's back.
We are back. 17,000 people watching this in Detroit. Matt Menard just came in and just nailed somebody with a chair. Oh.
Pickle's like, yeah, I was laughing about finger bang. Totally knew you were. But I was like, eggy bread. Matthew says, LOL, well, she was always fucked up, but in 96 she ran off with a dude 11 years older than me. I was 13. She started smoking crack with my sister, and yeah. It was like, so you cut a hole in bread, crack an egg in it, and fry it. I have to break the yolk for my kids. They eat it almost every day. He loves it. Indigo loves food, so she doesn't care. It was like, shut up, Ravi, haha, eggy bread. Matthew is like, Ravi, sort of French toast is bread in an egg wash. It's eggy bread.
There's broken glass all over in the ring.
Yes. I don't know where the broken glass came from.
They brought it in and dumped it.
Oh, I thought somebody broke something.
No.
My bad. Ravi's like, Ayla, you nut job. And Pico is like, something has to change the momentum. Bring in a crazy Canadian. Is he in there yet?
Jericho's not in there yet. Matt
oh,
Menard.
look, what's his face is bleeding again.
Yeah,
Imagine
he
that.
split that open. His
I'm
old
sure.
wound.
Ayla says, French toast has milk, eggs, sometimes cinnamon.
Rip his Band-Aid off and beat him with it.
Ew. Ew, it's... Ew. Rip it off slow.
So Eddie Kingston's going to be the last one in this match.
Oh, he is as well?
No, just Eddie will be the last one in.
Santana, well, and Chris Jericho is the last one.
Well, for the red team, but then 4 minutes later,
Right.
and then the match starts. So this match hasn't even started yet.
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, it only starts when the last person gets in, and there's 4 minutes in between each person. And the Jericho Appreciation Society has the advantage, so they keep having the one extra man.
Matthew's like, haha.
Until it
Cola,
starts.
Rob is like, never tried it. It was like, we need a Canadian in this chat, so I have someone to blame everything on. It was like, you've never had French toast? What the fuck? I think he's had the eggy bread. I think he's never had the toad in a hole.
Oh, there's a baseball bat and a table.
The baseball bat has wire on it.
Isn't this how Hogan turned heel? Wasn't it in one of these matches? I can't remember now. Anybody remember how Hogan turned heel?
Yeah, guys. Do you remember? Because I
When
don't
he
remember.
first turned heel, when he turned on Randy Savage, was it in a...
You remember. You remember. You remember. Yeah, these like proper French toast
Maybe it
soaks
wasn't.
in the milk egg wash overnight, and the slices of bread are much thicker. I make baked French toast like that. So I take French toast and make like a blueberry cream cheese one.
It is.
I've made a maple one too. That one was phenomenal.
It's literally the greatest food ever, and then I stopped eating that way.
And you
So-
take the bread, and either you make it in chunks, or you leave it in slices and kind of lay them aside, right? And then you mix up a whole bunch of eggs with your flavors and stuff in it, pour it over it, and then you let it sit overnight, and then you take it out and let it sit for 30 minutes before you put it in the oven to cook it.
Is this the breakfast one?
Yes. The overnight French toast?
Right, yeah.
That's what it is, overnight French
It's
toast.
not French bread? You don't use French
You
bread?
can use French bread. Uh-huh.
Look at this.
I usually use French bread.
Moxley's got chopsticks. He stuck him in his head. Now he's breaking... Oh, he stuck himself in the hand.
That's awesome.
Oh, he hurt himself.
Good.
See?
He's
He
like,
was going,
"I think-"
and then they split, and he did it again, and he's like, oh, skewers. Those aren't skewers. He's got a pocket full of skewers.
Is he trying to get him out of his head now? Because he's like sucking on his brain.
He might have just been biting him.
Ew.
Who brings chopsticks, skewers, into the ring?
I have no idea.
Matt Menard in there getting stabbed with chopsticks. There it is. See?
Yeah.
I guess he
He's
got hit
like,
in the
well,
ball.
I hurt myself. That was not a good idea.
Oh, he's got a baseball bat.
Yeah.
This is John Moxley's type of match, but it's definitely Eddie Kingston's type of match too. But Jericho's coming in now.
It's coming. Picola says, Bash at the Beach 1996. Robbie says, Ayla, why would I need to have eaten it?
God, was it all
Bryce
the
says,
way in
come on,
96
Jericho. Matthew's like,
when
Hogan
he
turned heel when he joined the NWO.
Well, I know that. He led the NWO. I'm just saying that. Like, I thought it was in a Starrcade match, but I guess I was wrong.
Bash at the Beach. Pico says just a normal 6-man tag.
Or not Bash. Bash at the Beach, but I thought it was in a Star Wars. What is this called again?
WrestleMania.
Yeah, we
War
talked
Games.
War Games match. That's the word I was looking for.
Ravi's like, this match is decent. Ayla says, yeah, you need thick bread, not sandwich bread. Philip says, yo, this match is intense right here. Pico's like, thicker the better. Ayla says, it's pretty good, Ravi. Do you have bread, milk, eggs, maple syrup? Pico's like, incense? It's incense. It's incense. Ravi says, is that Ayla trying to like that lame chef Jamie Oliver? LOL. Ayla's like, sourdough bread is actually pretty good for French toast. Ayla's like, who? And Pico's like, Tay Conte next. Come on, go get some.
Get some.
Throw her ass out there and see what happens. Matthew says, yeah, real syrup, not that high fructose corn syrup crap. Rob is like, is that easy to make? Is it that easy to make? French toast? Yeah. French toast is way easy to make, Robbie. Phil's like, boo, Tay Conte, boo. And he's like, why am I getting shamed? Everyone likes French toast. Very easy. Medicare's like, that's gross, grabbing and holding people so they can bleed all over you. This match is doctor's nightmare. It's called STDs. It's AIDS. AIDS. AIDS all over.
It's hepatitis.
It's hepatitis. It's herpes simplex 10.
It's definitely hepatitis C, which is a bad one.
Matthew's like, super easy. Matthew's like, commies don't like French toast. He's from the UK. I don't think he's a commie. Matthew. He's not from Russia.
Here comes Eddie.
Halo's like, is it because you're British?
That's it. This match has officially started.
Is French toast just an American
look at him just
thing?
whacking people. He wants it. Or
it's
Jericho.
officially started.
You guys, there's the bell. It's officially begun. What time is it?
It's your time.
There's still 23 minutes left.
Film's like, what's a shame for Tay Conte?
What's a shame?
Shame? What a shame for Tay Conte. Guess.
Yeah, we could have seen her in there.
Sure, they should have thrown her out there. He's like, I just want out.
Oh, they've locked the cage. Jericho's getting whacked.
Oh, no. He's going to break his arm. But I was like, Jamie Oliver, he had a show once where he tried to tackle obesity in the USA.
Oh,
Jamie Oliver's a moron. Maybe
Jamie Oliver, is he that guy that was on the Late Show or whatever?
I don't know, but he sounds like he should go to his own country and worry about obesity there.
He kind of looks like the guy from The Office, but he's goofier.
I have no idea. I really don't know who he is. Pickle is like 8:39. It's like, so you need a bowl, put 1 whole egg in it, add some milk, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon, stir until well blended, dip your bread in the mix, completely dunk that biche. And he's like, Ravi, I know you're not a commie, however, I've got my eyes on you.
No, that's not who I thought it was.
Pickle says Britt can bleed just as good. She does, doesn't she? Film says, come on, Claudio. And no, I'm not saying his new name in AEW. I'm still calling him Cesaro. I'm calling him Claudio for you. It was like, put it on a frying pan, cook both sides until golden brown. Might need to adjust the measurements, delete. That can help. I was like, I don't want my BFF DMD to get her and bleed, but hey, in the end, the long she's so much, I'm happy. Robbie says, oh, Matthew, can you have your eyes on Ayla?
John Oliver. At least I had half the name right.
I see who you're talking about, yeah.
He's a comedian type. Anyways.
It was like freaking British hacker. It was like, delete that can help. I can help what?
All right, Cesaro, splash. Oh, they cut that one. Why did? Seriously, terrible camera work, guys. They almost need to pan away in a corner like that, but leave it there.
They're like, no, we want to like see up close, like up their buttholes. If we can't see up their buttholes, we won't know.
In NXT, where those towers are in the middle, they put that thumbtacks and tables. They put holes in the chain link, and then they get the cameras in those holes. That's what they needed to do. It's some holy chain link. It's very religious.
Jake Hager like fell on a table that broke, but now he's like stuck. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of it. How are they supposed to win this? I don't remember. So
submit or pinfall. That's
they
it.
have to submit one person?
Yep, just a pin.
Just a person.
Just one person.
Okay. Huh. Matthew.
So according to the CDC, if there was a mosquito outbreak, you'd be safe in that cage.
Why?
Well, because you were safe from COVID with a cloth mask on.
Oh, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
And that would be the equivalent.
Makes sense. Matthew says Biden is doing an awesome job fighting obesity by increasing the price of food.
Yeah.
Potatoes. Biden is the hero
First of all,
we
let's
need.
not talk about Pop. You leave him alone. He's
Not the
99
hero we
years
deserve.
old.
Most popular president ever. Recognized fools.
Look at all the thumbtacks. They're just filling the ring up.
So, that's fantastic and all.
Look at the ring.
The price of food that's raising is the healthy stuff, and the unhealthy stuff
I seen
not.
they were showing some signs of gas prices, and underneath that they had 99-cent hamburgers,
Yeah.
like on the same sign because it's like one of those gas stations restaurants.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, they're still 99-cent hamburgers.
They must be really good hamburgers. I was like, D can always help. Can I?
That just
Oh.
hurts. I feel like, okay, have you guys ever been stuck by a thumbtack? I'm pretty sure I would allow them to slam me down on thumbtacks in my back. My back always itches. I'm cool with it.
Right?
But I wouldn't be able to get up because I don't want thumbtacks in my hand.
Right?
And they always get up and they're on their knees and their hands.
What's wrong with this guy?
He's being sacrificed.
I figured as much. I'm like, why?
This match is
Why?
turning disgusting. Look at Matt Menard's back
Why are they sacrificing that man on the outside?
with sacrifice.
You
Hey,
want another sacrifice?
we watched
No, I don't want
season
another
1
sacrifice.
of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hopefully everybody's proud of us. I watched a series.
We did it. Yay for us.
I watched a series, a whole series, complete.
Yeah.
Season 1, Obi-Wan
Done.
Kenobi. I am completely...
Unless they are done completely and then we're done.
If they do another season, which could make sense. I guess they could do one more, but it was already pushing the limits of what they could do anyways. Unless it was just all with Leia and they left Luke completely out of it.
Right? Films like Get Her, I meant to say not Get Her. Oh. Vindicator says, Travis, how does this match end? How do they determine a winner?
Pinfall or submission?
Ayla says, help poor Ravi live a little. He's so scared of eggplant in his face. He's afraid to try anything new.
Yeah, he's never going to hang out with basketball players.
Closest to me, honest NXT. War games were produced perfectly. They were the standard.
Absolutely. I like that one with Io Shirai when she was in the garbage can and she just got up on the top
And threw
of the
herself
cage
off of
and
it
just,
in the garbage can.
She was covered in a garbage can and had no idea where she was going and just used herself as a weapon.
Matthew says, Ravi making direct eye contact with Ayla will turn me into stone. Piccolo says, you see, I can give credit to Triple H. Ayla's like, where's Vin's hemorrhoids? Films like FTV.
In his butt.
Ravi says, Ayla can read people's minds. Films like Piccolo, this match is turning out very good. Vindicator says, oh, mosquitoes would easily penetrate that cage, so would dragonflies and locusts.
No, not the CDC says you're safe. It's fine.
Yeah. Piccolo says, oh, pulling the ring, not very sports entertainment. It was like, I can't, but last time I mentioned the hemorrhoid, she popped up, haha. Matthew's like, stepping on Legos sucks and is probably more painful than thumbtacks.
I doubt it.
Vindicator's like, no, Daria, not again. It was like, y'all don't have kids and it shows. Piccolo's like, well, look at that. Proud of you guys.
Oh my God. He's going to get DDT'd. It would hurt the guy doing the DDT more than the face. Jon Moxley's face just went into thumbtacks, by the way. And it has thumbtacks in his forehead.
Well, that's normal for him. I think he just has them on a daily basis.
He is covered in thumbtacks. His wife's got to be watching this like, oh, yeah, this dude's a nut.
This guy's a fucking moron. Derek Murchison's in the
Hey,
chat. Hey, Derek says, hey guys, at work, how was the show so far?
It is
Have they
great.
done Blood and Guts yet?
It's
It is happening right now. They're almost done.
Thumbtacks, glass, and hardwood everywhere. And when I
Yes.
say hardwood, they pulled the mat back and they're just slamming people on the hard mat over in the corner. And Moxley is being dragged right now through the thumbtacks. And now he's in the walls of Jericho in the thumbtacks. So his face and arms are in
Jericho
the thumbtacks.
better be careful because Eddie Kingston's going to come get him.
Eddie's coming. Look at Jericho's back. He's got thumbtacks all over it.
Eddie's like, my back.
All right, here's Eddie. Oh, he's picking up a bunch of... He's going to hit Jericho in the face with
You
thumbtacks.
can't even kick him up.
Oh, he did. He drove it right into his forehead.
It hurt my back. That's funny.
Jericho's over on the other side now. That's just hardwood. That's all those rings are made out of.
Ouch. Vinegar says, proud to be kid-free. Film says Matthew is stepping on Legos, slightly hurt, but not as that bad, but stepping on
I guess
thumbtacks,
it's probably
not a good thing.
pine. It's probably softwood, but it's still wood is what I'm
Right.
getting at. It still hurts.
Matthew says, oh, that's
Eddie
because
Kingston.
we're smart men. Y'all broads are crazy. Ravi's like, this match is a train wreck. Matthew says, no baby mama drama here.
What's funny about it is everybody is just laying down. Like, everybody's taking a break, except for the three main people. Jericho, Eddie Kingston, and, well, actually, John Moxley's out now. Oh! Eddie... So Jericho started firing the fire extinguisher before Eddie was there.
And then he's like,
And
oh,
so
no,
Eddie,
it's in
like,
my face.
walked into it so he could get sprayed by it. What happened on the outside? Tay Conte just got nailed. Oh, no, she nailed the referee. I thought she got hit.
Oh, jeez. She's opening
Her
up the
skirt's
cage.
a little shorter than most.
Jezebel.
Uh-oh. Ruby Riot for no reason. Oh, Ruby Soho. Sorry, everybody at home.
Oh my God.
She's trying to pull her britches down.
She's like, look, girl.
That cameraman's like...
Hey, can we look up your dress? She's like, I can't fight her in these goddamn heels I have on. It's like, maybe you shouldn't be such a slut
Oh, look
bag.
who's going up top. Jericho going up top.
Maybe you shouldn't be a slut bag. And then you wouldn't have a problem.
He's like King Kong. Look at him holding on like crazy. So there is a ramp up around it, but the middle is open, but there's a giant scaffold type.
Kingston's like,
around
my
the
back.
top.
I gotta go up. My back. Oh no, I got another rung to go.
He's got
my back.
thumbtacks in his shoes. He's trying to get him out. Look, Jericho don't even want to stand up because it's terrifying up there. I guess the middle even has a little bit of caging over it. But on the outside, it's that rough caging that there's no way it could break.
Right.
Look at Jericho's back.
It's like
So
in
Eddie
this weird
Kingston
shirt.
and Jericho are up top of the cage.
Like, okay, so did we make sure that this was safe? And they're like, no, but we're going to pretend it is.
Eddie's biting Jericho's face.
Ew.
Oh, the Judas effect.
Matthew's like, Film, what about getting slammed on Legos versus thumbtacks? Rob is like, Ayla, can't you go do something useful for a change? And Ayla's like laughing. Travis, haha, oh my God, Ravi playing basketball, I just howled with laughter. Ayla's like, I just meant y'all don't have kids because the amount
Sammy
of small
Guevara's going up
toys
there.
that have killed my feet are unreal. Legos are level 1. It was like, I can play basketball. I was like, it would probably be thumbtacks for the win. And Pico's like, save us, Y2J. Matthew says, Legos don't give, though. Derek says, wow, I'm watching soon as I get off. You should. It's going to be
awesome.
fantastic to watch it again. Matthew says, Y2J. Film says, Matthew, who will win in a hurry up match with Velvet? Cristiano, choose Velvet. What about you? Pico's like, calling it tomorrow. Moxley has announced he has to give up his interim belt due to injury.
You know, if that's true and if it's because of a concussion, then they did wrong tonight.
Yeah, if he really shouldn't be in there at all.
I mean, I guess unless he didn't do any impact moves, and he might not have. He might have just been kind of grappling.
He didn't. He kind of was grappling the whole time. Claudio has sausage nips. Oh, that's not very nice. Somebody in the audience with that
Sausage
mean
nips.
sign. Yeah. Sausage nips.
Oh, Claudia.
Poor Claudio.
So Jericho is out. Eddie Kingston's getting his brain smashed in by Sammy Guevara, the Spanish god.
Film's like, oh,
I wonder
snap,
if
here
he
comes
eats
your
French
Soho.
toast because they
Love my
border
Ruby Soho.
France.
Right? Pickle's like, I'm not mad at this.
Do you think they just call it toast there?
Because I don't think they even have it there.
French
Or
toast?
they call it what
Eddie
Robbie
Kingston.
called it, eggy bread. Just eggy bread. But I was like, haha, do you with the insults. Pickle's like, do you ever learn, Chris? And Ravi's like, Soho Riot, is there any difference? No, it's the same person.
It's the same. Oh, no.
I was like, uh-oh.
Shit!
Oh!
Bam! Sammy Guevara.
So they had Sammy take the fall this time.
He was thrown off the top of the cage.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that they made him take the fall this time instead
Eddie
of
Kingston's just
old
giggling.
people. Phil's like, oh, I think I know what's going to happen next to Jericho. Matthew's like, film Chris all day. Red Velvet's pretty, though. Matthew says, Ruby, 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 so hot. Film says, oh, nice pick, Matthew. Piccolo says, Sammy, no, he's going to crash. Matthew's like, pepperoni nipples.
Wanna rock and roll all night.
It was like cow pizza.
And part of every day.
And part of every day, yes. Film says, Matthew, who will win in an armpit double match? Paige and Anna Jay or Becky Lynch on Rebel? I choose Team Paige. What about you?
Anybody with Anna Jay.
Film says, JR, my God, Sammy Guevara's got to be dead. Does somebody throw their underwear on him, too? It's not nice.
I think it was a rag. It's just a normal rag.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some underwear or something hanging on him. So, during this commercial break, the only thing they're showing is Sammy out on a table.
Yeah, this is what they did with Jericho. Remember, they kept showing him and showing him and showing him.
And Jericho's trying to get the tacks off of his feet.
So Jericho's up on his feet.
Walking around. Eddie Kingston's just crawling after him. And he's
Jericho
like,
collapsed.
no, please don't come get me. You stay over there. This is the stupid part of the show. Just saying. Matthew's like, page 2 film. Film's like, Piccolo, we know he was going to crash. And Film's like, Matthew, right on. They're making headway. I mean, they're doing head together.
Right.
I mean, their heads are put together. They're trying to figure out, now they're hitting each other in the head.
They're
and guts.
literally fighting on top of the cage on their knees.
Because we don't know.
Repeated hits to
But
the face.
it's happening. It's happening with whatever they're doing there, and it's awkward.
During the chicken commercial. If you're a diabetic, that'll peak you. That chicken. Because it's breaded.
Oh my God, stop.
What?
I don't care. Like, I get it that you've learned something fun and new, but I don't want to hear about it about every single food item that you see on TV.
Probably need to.
Pickle's like, see, you're correct. I don't enjoy the over-the-cage hijinks. Matthew's like, I'm over Becky. She once was cool.
She could be cool again. But she has to lose this match on purpose. You know, not on purpose, but as part of their game.
Yeah, she
so
can't
she can
have
keep
that.
she can keep falling apart. Her whole life has to fall apart. And then she has to be reborn and come back
As the man.
as something cool.
The man. The man is back in town. Dun, dun, dun. Oh,
She even needs to use that music.
yes.
Sex Panther. So you know it's Gunn.
Yeah.
It's made with Robots
60% of the time, it works.
every time.
Every time.
That doesn't even make sense. It's very pungent on the nostrils.
Very pungent on the nostrils.
To be honest, it smells of pure gasoline. It's worse than the time that the raccoon got caught in the copier.
Films like Matthew who will win in a shaving armpit match, Red Velvet, Jake
Eddie
Cargill,
Kingston's
or
got him.
Rumble
Jericho
and Jamie
takes his
Hayter.
legs out from under him, though.
I choose the baddies. What about you?
He's got him in the partial mount. Oh, rings of Jericho on top of the cage.
Matthew's like, we call it French toast. In France, it's called pain perdu, lost bread. Whatever the name, there are a few ways to use up stale bread that are it's delicious. November 14th, 1996.
Uh-oh. Look at Cesaro climbing it. He climbs it with a little bit more confidence than everybody
He's like,
else.
hello, I can come up here because I like heights. With my sausage nips.
Big boot. Careful out there. I don't know how strong that stuff is. It does look like it's welded, but stuff can bend. Is everybody going up there now? Matt Menard?
I guess. Films like, I like Becky Lynch too, but I don't mind her winning or lose.
I had a teacher named Maynard,
and
and
matches here.
Maynard.
Maynard.
It just
Terrible.
seems like however you say it. It's the
Right?
same name.
Right? It is. Just a different pronunciation.
Right.
It's like Andrea. Some people say
Uh-oh, look at this.
Andrea.
Andrea.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's Andrea. Give up. Oh, Lord, he fell
That's
on.
a hell of a place to have a
He's like, here, let me
little
try
bit of
to.
dizziness.
And
Oh!
Pico's like, man, I do need some French toast in my life, right? Like, but you need the French toast, like, the French toast where you take it, it's thick, right? You put it in your egg. And then you take Captain Crunch, peanut butter Captain Crunch, and put that on the bread, and then put it in the pan.
Oven.
What?
I said in the oven.
No, on a pan. You just cook it in
fry
a
it?
pan. Fry it in a pan. And then the, like, sugary part of
Look
the
at this.
cereal gets all yummy.
He's got him in the scorpion deathlock.
They both do.
No, they don't.
Oh. One of them
Jericho.
doesn't.
Oh, he's tapping! Does it count, though? He's on the outside.
I don't know. Where's the ref?
I hear music. It was Menard. Oh, look how they're going to turn these two on each other.
Like we did it.
See, Eddie's like, I wanted to beat Jericho, but he didn't get a chance. Jericho didn't tap. See?
Well, now they hate each other. John Moxley's like, all right, we're done.
Moxley's
Sweet,
like, I'm
gonna leave.
out. I'm off like a prom dress. Fart in a whirlwind.
It's like, I did my part. Bryce says, oh man, he's climbing up. Cesaro is climbing up. He did. He is up there and he did stuff, and now they're all mad at him. Matthew says, Jamie Hater film. Ayla says, I'll make you French toast. Pickle's like, that's unsafe, kids. Phil's
Wow.
like, but hey, don't leave out Rebel, Matthew. Okay, Matthew, nice pick. Film's like, yes, BCC1. And Ayla's like, delete that, make us French toast. Matthew's like, oh my fucking God, I hope Disney doesn't fuck it up, but they are making a Hocus Pocus Part 2, and it will be out this Halloween.
Yeah, I seen that about
That's
a year ago.
one of the few Disney movies I like. Pickle's like, uh-oh, this drama.
Same cast. Well, I don't know about the boy and the girl and the little girl.
Bryce says, oh man, Jericho's team lost. Matthew says, I'll make the pancakes. Bryce says, yeah, I got to do that. BCC was going to win. Chief Detective Martha in the chat is leaving. Says, see you on Friday, everyone.
All
Unfortunately,
right.
I can't be here right now. Catching up some more episodes of Star Trek Voyage and CSI Vegas on Paramount and Chicago PD on NBC's Peacock streaming app.
Damn.
Nice.
Busy.
That's a lot of things
Are you
to
watching
watch.
them all at once?
Bryce says, okay, peace out, guys. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. And Matthew says, Bryce, later, homie.
They're up there with Eddie. Eddie is upset.
He's all sorts of mad.
He's beside himself.
He's like, I wanted to do it. Don't you understand? And Santana is like, yes,
Claudio
I
helping.
totally understand
Who
what
is
you're
this
talking
guy?
about.
Oh, it's John Moxley. He's trying to get John Moxley up there. Moxley does not want to be up there. Look at him. He's like, no, I'm not letting go.
He's like, no, dude.
Look at him.
Oh, my God.
That's how you
hilarious.
climb a ladder when you're scared.
That's Ayla.
Look, he's leaning on it. Moxley's like, I'm not taking your hand. Look at him. He's like, okay, I'll go over the middle.
Okay, now I'm up here.
I'm tough.
All
I'm
right,
tough.
look at me. If I was on drugs and booze, it wouldn't be so bad.
How do I get down?
That's the part I don't like. It's getting back down.
He's helping Eddie up.
Well, his back's
There's
all
still a few minutes.
broken. Rampage stuff they're talking about. Rose and Tony Storm.
Okay, Eddie reached out to his arm and lifted it and pointed at him.
He's like, my back. My back. Then he says, pretty good overall, but I don't like cage matches ending with submissions, but still better than 2 months of rinse and repeat TV with Raw and SmackDown. Pico's like, where's Mox? He's up there
Look
now.
at Wheeler Yuta's back.
Took him a minute.
He's got like 30 thumbtacks in
He's
his
been
back.
trying to get him out slowly but surely. He's like,
Lay down on that.
he's been trying to like grab him out like this. It's pretty funny. Where's the other one? Did they lose him? Oh, the poor ref had to crawl up there too. Where's Ortiz? Or Santana?
Is it
Whichever.
Santana? Yeah, Santana. I
Did
don't
you
know.
forget to come up? The other two are just over there like, okay, we'll get out of the way, I guess. Okay, now I have to get down. Talking over there. Huh.
Poor Wheeler Yuta. His back is terrible.
Yeah,
He
they
needs
should
to
just
just
get
lay
a
down.
giant magnet.
Either that or just lay down on that mesh and then just slide.
Oh, God.
Because it would pull it out.
Oh, my God, it would rip it. He keeps holding his lower back, but
Yeah.
he keeps, like, trying to get him out.
Poor Wheeler. What's that all crooked?
How would I know? Anyways, let's see. Where's Mark? Film says, I think Eddie Kingston is going to fight Cesaro next. And Matthew says, Vin, I agree, unless it's a submission match in a cage. This keep people out of the ring. Piccolo says, hello, it would be easier if there's a water slide. Vindicator says, but yeah, I will still be here for SmackDown to see if Ayla will make last minute change of holiday plans. Oh, sleep tight, everyone. Never let the bed bugs bite. They want your blood and guts. Bye. Bye, Vin. Keith No says John's rehab story was crazy. Matthew says it would suck having to wrestle for 20 minutes, then having to climb up and down a cage. Film says, Vin, who would win in an armpit tickling match? Ruby Soho, Thunder Rosa, choose Thunder. What about you? Matthew's like, Ruby Film, and Piccolo says, poor ref. And Luna's like, see you Friday, everyone. Matthew's like, I fucking hate heights. Film's like, okay, nice pick as well, Matthew. Godflesh says, bye-bye now. Film says, bye, Vin. Please let me know who would win. Vindicator says, or Ayla says, I hate heights if Travis is next to me. Matthew says, get dental floss to pull out the tax. Chicago Police says, I'm out of here. And Film's like, bye, Misty and Charles. Love you guys. Peace out. God bless America. God bless WWE and AEW Women's Armpits. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for Blood and Guts on, the Dynamite AEW stuff. There was a lot of blood, but I didn't see any guts, which I'm very disappointed in.
No intro.
It really was just a blood match instead. All right. At the end there, the BCC guys won. It was Claudio putting a pin on some dude.
He put him in the...
It made him tap.
Scorpion Deathlock.
I don't know who the guy was, though.
It was Matt Menard.
Oh, Matt Menard was the one that got pinned. Or
he submitted.
All right, anyways, we'll be back on Friday for some SmackDown. Once again, there's one man left, okay, for the Money in the Bank matches. Right? Okay, guys?
We need one more dude.
We need one more guy for that to make it out. So... It was like, night, y'all. Jones in New York, please. Back to the station. Philip says, Matthew. Bye, Matthew. See you later. Please let Vin. I was asking him a question. Matthew says, take care, beautiful wrestling gabbers. Philip says, bye. Peace out. Bye.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. We'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.